What's up, everybody? This is the Act Man here, and today I'm giving you my professional ranking of all the bosses in Shadows of the Erdtree. Now, truth be told, I am the most qualified person to give a tier list on all the Remembrance bosses, and quite frankly, there's no other gamer hardcore enough to really match my skill level.
And I'm here to tell you that he's lying. Liar!
Who the fuck is that? Zanny, what the fuck? How did you get in here?
I broke into your Discord call, bro.
He broke into my solo Discord call. Wow, what a coincidence. It's Zan, man.
We planned this for weeks.
No, we didn't. This is totally off the cuff. You just broke into here.
I don't have my own, like, Elden Ring items.
Yeah, see, he's a fake fan, bro.
Well, I have this.
Oh. Okay, we are not revoking your gamer card.
As you can see, there's white stains dried up on this helmet, and it's actually just super glue.
Is it? Is it something else?
I'm just pointing that out before anyone else. I just want to get ahead of.
I don't think anybody was going to point that out before you, my guy.
I just want to clear the air before anyone points that out.
So if you guys don't know who Zanny is, well, fucking get with the program. But he makes really funny videos. Basically, he does what I wish I could do and just play a video game and be entertaining doing that. Me, I have to be a fucking idiot and like deeply analyze all this stuff, but Zan, man,
I like that. I like your vid. I hate watching my own videos half the time, but like, you know.
We are brothers, Zan man. We are the same. I love watching your videos, but I kind of hate watching my own and vice versa. But you should definitely check out Zan Man. I keep calling you Zan Man. If you want to check out Zanny, his channel will be linked in the description and pinned comment below. But today, we're going to be ranking all of the Remembrance bosses in Shadows of the Erdtree. And as you all know, my opinion is objectively the correct one. And Zanny's is, well, I hate to break this to you, buddy, objectively the incorrect opinion.
Every time I read through my comments, it's always like people calling my takes shit, so...
Well, they're all right.
Your takes are shit, man.
Zanny, what if I were to tell you that I was working on a video called I'm Disappointed with Shadows of the Erdtree?
Okay. Well, I would see why, but... I would have guesses why, but
you can.
I'm not gonna be mad.
Why? You're not like automatically like this fucking guy has no idea what he's talking about. You're like,
no. I've uploaded 2 Elden Ring videos so far, and I was very careful not to overglaze in my title and thumbnail. Bro, I mean, it's awesome, but you know,
it is hard to criticize From Software because at their worst, they are Dark Souls 2, and Dark Souls 2 won Game of the Year. At their worst, they produce Game of the Year material.
It's Demon Souls is the worst, but that's a different video.
Whoa. Zanny, I assume you're a pro gamer and you've beaten all the Remembrance bosses first try as I have, right?
Yeah. Blindfolded.
Controller upside down, inverted.
Hand cut off.
Oh, hand cut off. Ooh, I did handcuffs.
Yeah. Balls tied up, upside down.
Difficulty has been such a heated discussion topic with Shadows of the Erdtree. You've got people saying the boss's movesets are too aggressive. They don't leave enough opportunities for me to attack, for me to respond. It's frustrating. It's annoying. I feel like I'm dying 20 times to each boss. Out the gate, how do you feel about that sentiment, Zanny?
Oh, I have some bosses in mind. When I first started the game, I didn't think it was like impossibly hard. I knew there was a way to adapt. But I do agree that some movesets could be... Rilana. I fucking hated my Rilana fight. I'm having so much fun!
Well, let's start with Rilana because I give Rilana an S. An S tier. Absolute S.
I personally, in that moment that I was fighting her, I really felt like her chains were just like ridiculous. Like, all right, stop attacking. This is too much. But at the same time, looking back, I kind of feel like it was a bit of a skill issue on my part. I feel like I didn't have enough Shadow Tree fragments looking back. And I got her close so many times. She was on the brink, Act Man. I was there.
Bro,
she kept pulling bullshit out, and I lost it, and I summoned. But like,
you summoned to beat her? I don't. The video's over, fellas. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna be bringing.
Are you one of those? Are you one of those?
I'm gonna be not bringing one of those. Elden Ring fanboy number 207. Thanks for coming on, Zan Man. It's been a pleasure.
He's one of them.
I do not.
I thought I knew you. Did you summon Egon? I swear to motherfucker.
Yes, I summoned Egon. Okay. Obviously, going back to Rilana, did you ever try to parry her?
No.
If you try to parry in that fight, the fight is S tier. People complain about difficulty, but when you dodge 6 times to mitigate all damage from a 17 hit combo, you kind of feel like a god. In the same way you feel like a god when you parry a fucking boss. So I give Rolana an S because when you go in with the shield to parry, it completely changes the whole dynamic of the fight, and it makes it way more satisfying when you get those off.
Are we counting just movesets? Are we also counting like style? We have to count style.
So here's what I put down. I put down 4 categories. Difficulty. Did you feel accomplished? Did you feel the rush of I'm the fucking greatest when you beat the boss? Design. Did you feel like learning their movesets was satisfying in order to beat them? 3, aesthetic. Did they look cool? And 4, music. So those are the 4 categories we're going to be judging these bosses on.
So far, though, I'm going to put Rolana at A, dude.
That's at A? Well, I mean, that's still pretty good. I put that at S because of the parry.
I'm going to need a new game plus attempt.
What do you mean you didn't go in with this specific strategy that is not entirely obvious to you as the player?
I smashed my head against her heaving breastplate for about like, I don't know, it was about an hour, I think. And I got close 2 to 3 times, and then at some point I just snapped and summoned. I kept, because I was trying to solo, you know, like no mimic, all that shit. When I snapped, that's when
you brought out
first
the
tried her
mimic
with the mimic.
Did you?
Yeah. Every time you bring out the mimic, it's like immediate first try. It's a cheat code.
I'm gonna cut this part out of the video to maintain your reputation.
It's in a video with 1 million views. So you don't have it.
So then, moving on to what is probably the first Remembrance boss fight that people fought, which is the Divine Beast Dancing Lion. Now, I want to get your thoughts on this first, Zan.
I actually really enjoyed my Divine Beast fight. I kind of want to put him at S, but there's just this one move, or one phase that I really don't like, that makes me want to put him at A. But right now, S, yeah.
S? Really?
Yeah. And I soloed him. Both hands cut off.
Okay, you don't gotta prove anything to me, man. I trust you. But have you seen what's underneath the Divine Beast?
Yeah, the 2 dudes.
It looks really funny.
Yeah. Because of the janky ass camera in that fight. Camera should be one of your categories, bro.
Yeah, camera. Well, so the thing about the camera is that's also a skill gap, because you have to know, okay, when do I lock on? When do I break the lock on? It's not something you're supposed to engage with every single enemy, every single encounter.
Yeah.
You go back to like Midir and Dark Souls 3, if you stay locked on, it's gonna be kind of a bitch.
I first tried Midir, actually.
Get the fuck out of here.
I really tried to hold that in. I really tried not to say that.
Why do I invite fake-ass YouTubers on my channel to collab, man? This is
I did everything I could not to blurt that out.
No, I believe you. I'm just giving you shit. That's crazy, though. I would give the Divine Beast Dancing Lion an A, solely because I think it's cool that he has 3 different types of a second
phases.
Yes.
Yeah, it's so cool, man.
It's really cool, but the lightning, where it's like...
Lightning, yes! That's the one! That's the one! That's the one! That's the one I said that I should put this on A, because of this one phase. It's the lightning! It's just unfair. It's just straight up bullshit.
It's just, don't attack me during this phase, because fuck you.
The entire ground is lightning. What the fuck is that phase, Michael Zaki?
I really do think that, like, okay, you hit the second phase, this boss swaps between 3 different styles. Like, the Soul of Cinder, swapping between different movesets is super fucking cool. When the lion does it, in the lightning phase, you're just like, nah, I'm not attacking him. I'm just waiting till he moves to frost or storm, because it's easier to deal with, which I feel like it sucks a bit of the fun out of the fight.
I absolutely hated the lightning phase, but I'm still willing to keep him at S, though I don't know.
F?
A is also looking. No, I'm not locked in. I would like it to be temporary.
Okay, well, I'm gonna give my final stance on it as A, simply because the lightning phase just kind of, you know.
Yeah, it's disgusting. I hate it.
You got to give it an A then, at least, or a B or C, depending on how much you hate the lightning.
Temporary S.
Temporary
I might
S,
move it
okay.
later. I haven't even yapped about his design yet. I thought he looked
Yeah,
super
we
cool.
gotta yap about that. Whatever
When
that
I-
charge attack is, where he kind of like loops around,
The spins, yeah.
it feels like a Chinese New Year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when I first discovered that it's like two guys,
Yeah.
I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah, like how are they moving? Like,
I think it made me angrier because they looked like they were having fun while I was like losing it.
yeah,
against
well,
the
you were
lightning
getting your
phase.
fucking health bar depleted. Yeah, I can see that. I hate fun too. There is only one correct answer for this next boss and how you rate it. Fuck
Oh,
him.
S
S.
S.
Let me
He's my
shake your
favorite-
hand. This is an.
He's my
S-
favorite fight.
This is an S tier boss fight.
That's why I kind of felt bad that I didn't get the Mesmer statue. Because he turned out to be my favorite boss in the game.
Bro, you're gonna regret that for the rest of your life until you
And then
get
he
one.
turned out to be my favorite boss in the game, and I was
Look
like,
at
fuck.
him.
I like messaged my manager a couple days after beating him. I was like, yo, can you get me one of those?
Okay, so we didn't touch on this topic with Rilana, but a side note is that the boss weapons you get from beating them, like I feel like Rilana's twin swords, letting you basically cosplay as Pontiff Sullivan, so fucking cool.
Yeah.
But
The Mesmer spear too. You know how Waterfowl in PvP is like dog shit, but when she uses it against you, it's Waterfowl. But
Yeah.
Mesmer spear weapon art, even in PvP, it's actually like really good.
I give Mesmer the Impaler an S, not only because he impaled me multiple times, but because I had so much fun learning his moveset and the way the snakes come down and you can hit the snakes.
Yes! Second phase, I love second phase, bro.
It's like Rykard in the base game was a super fun boss fight. And this is kind of like an extension of that, where it's like, now you can actually attack the snakes instead of just using the fucking...
The gimmick.
Yeah, the gimmick part of it. Is there any reason why Mesmer should not be an S?
I can't think of any. I don't have problems with this, neither first nor second phase. He
Yeah.
looks awesome.
The only problem I can see is a skill issue, but it seems you don't have that, so...
Dude, second phase with the snakes. At first I was like, alright, this is crazy.
Because when they come to attack you, there's like
It's just-
6 different
it's
attacks
just so
that just...
it's so like intense and insane. At first I was like, well, this is crazy, this is too much, but like at some point, yeah, there's still a rhythm to it. It's not just like pure chaos.
Yeah.
I felt differently like how I felt with Rilana. With Rilana, it felt like it was pure chaos for me. My mind was
Well,
like,
get good. I would agree. I think Mesmer is a better designed boss fight than Rilana, even though I love Rilana, because there's something to be said about like really learning a boss's moveset and being able to dodge at the perfect times. Even if you don't do any damage, when you dodge like 3 or 4 times and you have that opening to attack or heal or whatever, it feels good. Now, moving on to, I might poison the well with this, but what is undoubtedly my favorite boss in the DLC, maybe in Elden Ring, this is at least top 5 FromSoft bosses, Bale the Dread. In my opinion,
oh,
top 5.
curse you, Bale!
Curse you, Bale! Son of the scale ye might be,
Foul dragon!
but I will riddle your holes. Fuck.
Riddle with holes. You're gonna what his holes, Ackman?
A true Drake warrior!
Behold, a YouTuber.
We fucked it up.
We're not him. Can't do it.
We're not him. That's how hard it is. Anyways, Bale transitioning to his second phase. I was streaming my fight with him, and my first reaction was I literally shouted out, From Software has done it again. I was so enamored. I think the spectacle of the Bale fight is unlike any other boss fight.
And then second phase transitions, dude. Bale goes like, brah! It's like the fucking lava explodes. He has wings. My eyes were like lit. I was like, what am I watching?
I just think it's so fucking crazy when he gets up and he's shooting all these fireballs and there's all this electricity and then he lands back down. It's like somehow more epic than the Radahn fight in the base game when Radahn leaps up and comes back down. People complain about the camera a lot with bosses. They complain about it with
Bale's
Midir.
camera was perfect, dude.
The camera is part of the skill gap. You gotta know when to lock on and when to not lock on.
I did not know that. I'm always just locked on, and if my camera goes like that, I'm like, fucking game.
Did you beat Bloodborne?
Yeah,
You beat Bloodborne locking on to every enemy?
probably.
Bale the Dread, is there anything wrong with this fight? Because people complaining about the camera, you have to know when to turn off the lock on and when to turn it on.
Yeah, no, that's true. I guess I have also like locked out without realizing it.
This motherfucker just said he first tried Midir, okay? You can't complain about cameras if you locked onto Midir and killed him that way.
I probably unlocked it too. I don't remember. The video is there. The video is online.
I give Bale S tier.
Yeah, S, absolutely. Atmosphere, vibes, Aegon is there. Even his moveset is fun. His design is cool.
Yeah, I might make "Curse you, Bale" as my wake-up alarm, because I feel like there's just no other sentence in the English language that will get me up and ready to go and tackle the day. You know what I mean? That shit will wake me up immediately. I'll be like...
I just be saying it to myself, like there's no context.
So, going off of Bale, we're gonna go to Commander Gaius. I want to know what your rating is first.
I don't know, C or B, Ackman, C or B. Can you like decide? Just decide for me.
I can't decide for you, man. You gotta be your own agent, man. You fought these bosses the same as me. What's your experience with them?
This is a difficult game show. Yeah, with Commander Gaius, I got close, I think, like 4 or 5 times. I was on like I think it was on a strength build. If it wasn't for just like one particular move, man, I actually was like having fun. But like at some point I gave up and I summoned my Mimic, and then my Mimic and I first tried it. It didn't even feel empty, it felt good, like the dark side, like revenge, you know? I'm gonna put him at C. I don't know what I'm yapping about right now. C.
You were like channeling your inner Anakin right there.
Oh wait, no, B.
B? You give him a
No!
B?
No.
Oh, he's...
Yes, no, I do, B. No, C! No. Wait, what was my first answer? I answered
Oh my
C.
god, he's falling apart at the seams.
I hate Commander Gaius. No, I do hate him. I
So
hate...
here, I'll give you my take on Commander Gaius. So, you go into this arena, and the guy's riding a boar, right? And you have the option to ride Torrent.
They actually look cool. Yeah, no, B.
But the thing is, you hop on Torrent, and I don't know if the Spirit Ashes are glitched or whatever, because they're supposed to increase Torrent's health, but I get 2-shot off of Torrent in this boss fight.
Yeah.
Consistently.
No, everyone does. I at some point, I stopped summoning Torrent.
And that's a problem with the design of the boss if they let you bring in Torrent. But like, I feel like Gaius will hit you once and they'll stun you long enough for him to hit you a second time and knock you off Torrent. And you just feel like shit.
I think that's just Torrent being... Well, Torrent's not shit, but like in combat, yeah, he's...
But I feel like that problem is exclusive to the DLC. Your ability to get knocked off Torrent is based on your dex too. So I had 30...
I'm like always on high dex, so I don't know how mine...
I had 35 dex and I was still getting 2-shot off of Torrent. Gaius also has that one move. You know that move where he just like starts charging towards you? Yeah. I don't know how to fucking dodge that other than to just bring out a great shield and block it. Personally, I feel like Commander Gaius is the weakest boss in this entire DLC, because like so many of his moves feel like you can't really do anything against. Like if you hop on Torrent, you get 2-shot and then knocks you off Torrent and then you're on foot, or his charge move will hit you and you can't dodge it, so you have to just pull out a great shield and block it.
Honestly, yeah, I was on strength. I could have done a great shield thing like that. I don't know
well,
why
how the fuck did you deal with that charge attack? Because I have no idea.
I didn't. I just stopped trying.
You just tanked it every time?
I walk out of the gate like...
he starts the charge, you just...
After he hits me and I heal, I'm like, all right, now the fight begins.
Okay, so I settle on Gaius D. I think he's the worst boss in the DLC.
I'll put him at C. If you're putting him at D, I gotta put him at C.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I like his design. I like that he's on an armored boar. I thought they looked cool together.
I thought he's on a boar, I should be on my horse. Then I hopped on my horse and Torrent was killed in 2 hits. And I said, I'm not gonna get on my horse. Hell. Speaking of horses, how do you feel about plants? Do you have like a personal garden of yours?
No, I remove the vegetables from my burgers.
Oh, okay. So you hate plants. So I assume you're putting the Shadow Tree avatar at F?
Oh, Shadow Tree avatar.
No, I caught you, certified plant hater.
He is not a plant. He is an avatar.
He's a sunflower.
I'm between C and B right now.
C and B?
Can I hear your take first? Because I'm a coward.
It is a fun fight. I like the 3 phases that it keeps like coming up and regrowing, but also there's like something really weird about the fight where it's like it's a plant, but it still has this move where it like leaps across the entire arena. And I kind of feel like that's just a move that they've done for all the other bosses, but this is like a plant. You would expect it to kind of be like stationary, and the threat of it being stationary and it would have more like area denial attacks would be more threatening. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or even Cuphead. Remember the dandelion from Cuphead? You know?
I haven't played Cuphead.
You...
I'm a certified Cuphead not player. I haven't played it.
Just for the video, be like, I've played Cuphead.
I've played Cuphead. I am telling the truth. I've played Cuphead. The flower moveset had like one unique part, which is like the thorns. Yeah.
But I feel like there's some like greater issue with the way they balance bosses, and that they need to give a plant a boss that should be more stationary. In fact, I think it would have been more interesting if there were like multiple sunflowers around the arena. Let's say it's over here, and then you attack it, and then it goes down and it pops up on the opposite side of you and it throws the thorns at you, as opposed to just like
beast.
Well, but it's a plant, so you can let it go.
I mean, yeah, I think I agree. I see what you're saying. They could have been more creative.
Yeah, delved in more into the plant aspect of it. I give the Shadow Tree avatar a B, mostly because it's like weird that it moves around like fucking Radon when it's a plant.
Yeah, no, I get it. I see what you're saying. The things that I enjoy about it are like very minor. I like the arena. I like that if you get him with a finisher, he has less health for the next phase. Yeah. No, I agree with that. He's a B. He's not as good as Rilana, but he's not as bad as Gaius. He's B, yeah. Yeah,
he's a solid B. Okay. Now this next boss, I want to hear your opinions first, because I know where I stand with this guy. The Putrescent Knight.
Oh!
That face says it all. That face says it all.
I would just put him at a B.
I would disagree. I think the Putrescent Knight is a D. Because...
Really? Oh, you hate the Putrescent Knight?
Well, because when you get to the Stone Coffin Fissure, it's an area that looks way more interesting than it actually is to explore. By the time you get to the end of the dungeon, if you can call it that, your reward is the Putrescent Knight, and it doesn't really feel rewarding. It doesn't feel like you earned the right to fight this boss. It's just like, oh, I ran through this area of, you know, mostly recycled enemies, and there's this boss here.
I mean, the dungeons have just been weaker this DLC.
I don't think his moveset is all that crazy or interesting. I think I beat him after the 3rd or 4th attempt. I think his dance moves are kind of cool, but not cool enough to earn a C rating.
I'm putting him at B because that's just like my baseline for average boss, and that's exactly what he is to me. I thought the design was kind of unique. It's like melting, rotting bones. I like that he hops off the horse. It's kind of goofy. The horse charges.
Yeah, and the horse so like pops up out of the ground and is like, whee!
I thought the second phase transition where he goes like, I thought that was hilarious, dude. I thought it was like goofy in a fun way, goofy in a good way.
What an interesting word putrescent is, by the way. I don't think I've ever used that in a sentence.
I've never heard. I didn't know that was a word, brother.
So I give the Putrescent Knight a D.
Yeah, I'm fine with him. I'll just put him at a B. I first tried him too.
Wow, this fucking liar.
I do not lie, not a lie.
Romina Saint of the Bud, the Scorpion.
Oh, wait. Do you have a visual? I gotta see my list right now.
Exactly. You can't visualize it right off the bat.
It's just like a mishmash of purple and pink. Though I like the centipede legs. Actually, no, I like the design. I just don't like how small she is. You can barely see the actual like villain you're fighting.
There's a boss exactly like this visually from Dark Souls 2, where it's like a scorpion with 2 tails and like a lady in the middle.
Oh yeah, Quelaag 2. Yeah, I remember her. Quelaag 2.
This is Quelaag 3.0.
I like where they were going with the insect and lady combination again. Strong combo. I can't see the lady though.
Yeah, I feel like this is like 3rd or 4th time recycled concept that there wasn't really anything interesting leading up to this boss fight to build it up. And the boss fight itself, I mean, it's cool, but overall relatively generic. So I would give it a C.
Yeah, I'm happy with her at B. She was definitely too easy.
I think she was mostly generic because, again, so many bosses have that same move where they hop up and they spin around in midair and then just crash across the entire...
Start rolling, yeah. They could have done more with the whole, like, centipede gig. Maybe she could have been, like, creepily crawling instead of rolling, because everyone rolls.
Yeah, or maybe she, like, curls up in a ball before, like, extending it. Yeah.
They could have been more creative with Romina. I like the Romina design. I think that's pretty much it. Also, Ackman, move the Divine Beast to A. Move him down. Move him down?
Why?
I've decided. Move him down.
Why?
Just because of the bosses he's next to at S. He's next to Bale and Mesmer. I loved those two so much. I didn't love him as much.
Okay, moving on. This boss is gonna make you a little mad. Midra, the Lord of Frenzied Flame.
Why would that make me mad? What?
Does he know?
Oh, the sad story of Midra?
No, Madness. That's the Madness boss.
Oh!
Come on.
I was thinking about it, Frenzy. I was thinking about Frenzy,
Yeah,
not Madness.
don't worry. I'll cut it to make you look better. This boss is gonna make you a little mad. Midra, the Lord.
What?
I think Midra is a solid A. His moveset
Same!
His moveset is easy to learn and it's not super complicated or intense. I think he's a really, you know what? Fuck it, S.
Whoa, S. You like him as much as you like Mesmer and Bale.
Yeah. He was fun to learn the patterns and learn how to dodge the area of effect, flame attacks. His attack patterns were much slower than some of the other bosses, which made them easier to figure out, but they still hit decently hard. Actually, yeah, I think I gotta put him to A because the way you get to him fucking sucks. That shit is a waste of my fucking time.
I can't believe that we can't use the horse, because like it just becomes tedious because the way they designed it is so like wide and kind of flat that it doesn't take too long of a time to get to the mansion if you know where you're going. But it's just not interesting because it's just flat.
I felt Midra was a solid A. I felt like his moveset was fair and it was fun to play against. You can exploit certain cheese tactics against bosses, but if you don't against Midra, it's a pretty fun, fair, balanced fight.
I didn't do that for all attempts. I did that for my winning attempt.
Yeah, your win condition.
Yeah, no, I lied. I did it for all attempts.
So we've got 2 more bosses to fight against. The next boss...
Mitir, Mother of Fingers. Do you like Mitir? Dude, every time people talk about Mitir, they're always in awe and how fun it was. I thought she's a B boss.
I think it's worse than that. I think she's a C. Because if you look at the map and you look at the finger ruins, you basically have 2 major chunks of the map that are simply dedicated to an Ubisoft style fetch quest.
Even the design I thought was like kind of lazy. It's just more fingers mashed up. We've already have the big hand enemies.
We have the small hand, we have the big hand, and then we have the even bigger hand.
I don't like when she like floats up and I can't hit her and I gotta do nothing but dodge lasers.
There's too many bosses that have a move where they're like,
can't get me, what are you gonna do?
I don't think getting to her is interesting, and I don't think fighting her is all that interesting. So I'd put her at C. It's decent, but meh. Last on our list, the big chungus of the DLC, Radon, Consort of Mikola, whose moveset is extremely oppressive and has caused many people to complain about it. I would give this boss a B, in the sense that I love learning the moveset and trying to overcome it, but I also play on PC, and every time he does the like rising attack, where he summons a bunch of light, the frame rate dips to like 20, and I just have to block because I can't dodge it because the frame rate gets so low.
I know what you're saying. On Xbox, it's pretty chill. Huh?
Oh yeah, tell me about the superior console.
We have the hit game of the year, Halo Infinite. Hop on the box. My second job, Halo Infinite. What are you gonna do today, little Timmy? I'm gonna grind the battle pass. Wow, that's crazy.
So I feel like the main problem with the DLC is kind of exemplified with Radahn in that the difficulty is not getting to him, it's fighting him. And in previous Souls games, like especially Bloodborne and Demon Souls, getting to a boss is most of the times harder than fighting the boss, you know?
Absolutely brutal.
But with Radahn, it feels like all of the difficulty in the level design was just plopped onto the boss itself, and now we have this like ultra fast combo. Like, I love learning the combos, but to dodge like 7 or 8 times just to get like 2 hits in with a dagger is kind of like,
yeah. I mean, again, that's been a common problem. It's been the case for Ilana, for me, for Gaius. Gaius has like a 6-hit chain.
Rellana's more manageable than Radahn because
for sure
because especially, well, the thing is, in the second phase, if you're on PC, not only are you dealing with frame rate issues, but you have that fucking visual effect where every attack he sends out, it's like a
particles, pixie dust.
Yeah, particles, you know.
I actually really don't like that when he hits second phase and you dodge the sword swing, but surprise, there's more holy damage on the ground every single swing.
He also has the fucking like Gandalf hair that covers his entire body. So when he turns around like this and the hair covers his entire body, you can't predict what movie he's gonna turn around with. So I feel like Radahn is kind of an example of how maybe FromSoft is putting too much on the bosses and not enough on the levels. I give this boss a B. I love learning hard patterns to overcome a boss fight, but I also want to be challenged in getting to the boss fight and getting to Radahn. You can do that really easily.
I think we're different there. I had fun exploring the final area.
Yeah, see, you know, I'm gonna pretend like I respect your opinion, but deep down I really don't.
When it cuts, he's gonna apologize.
Okay, final grading, Radahn, B for me.
This is unfortunately the end of my list. I haven't beaten him, man. Should I tell them? Should I tell them?
You can tell. Yeah, it's okay.
I've only attempted him like 7 times so far. I haven't beaten him yet.
But also, like, I've only attempted 7 times. That also says something about how much the difficulty is weighed on the boss itself instead of the area you get to him. You still have a valid opinion to give because you fought him 7 times, you know?
Right.
So if you fought him 7 times, if you were to give Radahn a rating, what would you give him?
A. Yeah. A. Yeah.
Okay. And now the real question, where do you put the golden hippopotamus?
Oh shit! Is that a requirement?
I was waiting for this the whole time, bro.
I actually first tried the golden hippopotamus.
Oh my god.
That was a lie.
That was a lie. I knew it.
He didn't know. Golden hippopotamus goes to C tier. Put him at C tier.
S+ for me. S+. Best boss in the DLC. Fuck all the haters. I'm done with this video.
Wait, no, I hate Commander Gaius more.
Okay. Well, folks, that's what we think about the Shadow of the Erdtree Remembrance bosses. Obviously, my opinions, though subjective, are objectively correct. And though I allowed Zanny to come on and talk, his opinions are not as important as mine. But thank you for coming on, Zanny.
Thank you for fighting. I feel like we fought a lot less in this one compared to like
we did
past.
We did.
Yeah, for sure.
I tried to talk shit in this outro and it didn't really work. I
think our lists are just so similar. Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Well, with the double tank top, you know,
it's so freeing.
I know it is. I mean, keep those guns away. But what do you think? Leave your opinions and thoughts in the comments below. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the Man for more awesome content. Don't forget to subscribe to Zanny, especially fuck my channel. Go subscribe to him. He's way better than me.
He promised me his Mesmer statue after the collab.
I did no such thing.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. This is Zanakin Manicus.
Goodbye, Bale! Actman the Dread! You shall haunt me no longer.